Oh, hello Mia. Welcome to the Hoof GP and the madhouse. This is pretty much how it goes most mornings. We have children, we have wives, we have
dogs,
and we have doggies, yeah. This is Mia, this is Steve, and believe it or not, Steve is the younger of the two. Steve's coming to work with us today, aren't you, mate? This is the Hoof GP, and today I've no idea what's happening. Stick with us, come along for the ride, and see how our day goes. It's a bit noisy right now.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
This is Campbell. How old are you, Campbell? What are your favourite things?
kill cards, and my teeth falling out.
This is Keeks. Say hello, Kier.
Hi.
What are your favourite things?
Pokemon. I love Pokemon as well.
Anyway, it's time to drink the coffee, hop on the pickup, and get to work. Love you, babe. Bye-bye. Night, Steve boy, come on. And just like that, we're here and already set up. And there's a lot of cows to do today. So let's crack on and get those cows done. And here's one that looks sore. I'm also just about to show you the reason we don't wash cows' feet.
So just before we get into the meat of this content, I just want to say that I would love all cows' feet to be absolutely spotless. It would make my life a joy to behold. It really would make a huge difference. But cows' feet are not spotless, and the reality of it is the dirt, slurry or poop is ingrained. It's completely stuck on, it is welded on dry, and a simple rinse would never ever even nearly clean a cow's foot. Which is why you can see me in the background going to the extent that I do to make sure that this foot is clean for you guys' benefit. Just before we get carried away with ourselves, there is clean and then there is clean. This cow's foot will have less slurry, manure and bacteria on it than it did a few minutes ago. But as you can see me using my knife in the background, the dirt is ingrained. It is deep within the keratin. It is properly stuck in there. So this cow's foot may look a lot cleaner, but it still will have a lot of bacteria on its surfaces, especially around the front portion where I'm unable to clean properly. That being said, it will be nicer to work on.
I get it, it's cleaner, it's much nicer to work with, I can see things more clearly, there's absolutely no doubt about it. I get it. But this cow's been in the crush for 6 minutes now, and to be honest, it's not like it's completely hygienic now, is it? Yes, I can see a bit better, yes it looks nice on the camera, it doesn't really benefit the cow. And wait till you see how quickly I can clean the next foot. First though, we're going to go ahead and make this cow much more comfortable. By the way, just before we get on to the trim, go and check out my brother's channel. It's absolutely awesome. He's actually my eldest brother, who you guys have never seen before. His name is Bob, or Robert, or Roberto if you're in Italy. Anyway, go and check out Scotland Unplugged. He tells you loads of awesome stories about the history of some really famous Scottish people, with a twist of humour and a lot of goriness. So go and check him out and tell him the Hoof GP sent me, just to annoy the life out of him, because he annoyed the life out of me for the first 18 or 19 years of my life. So time to repay the compliment. Scotland Unplugged, links in the description.
We can run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds.
Out of the 60 or so cows which we trimmed on the farm today, this cow was the first one to show any signs of lameness. As you can see, there is a lot of loose and detached hoof horn. As you're just about to see, when that large flap of hoof horn comes away, the problem is very evident indeed. She has a problem with her white line on the axial wall, and you're just about to see the true extent of it.
The problem is right up in there between her claws, on this claw, the medial one, the inside claw. Medial meaning towards the middle of the cow. We're going to continue with the routine part of the trim. Right now, we've got the lengths correct, the balance is the same between the two digits, but obviously she's bleeding, and we haven't actually touched that bit yet. Not good.
When you find a cow with a problem high up on the axial wall, within the white line or the hairline even, these problems are notoriously hard to fix because cows aren't able to divert their weight away from the problem site. So it's our job to do everything we possibly can to get the weight away from that area and allow the healing process to commence.
Now we wouldn't routinely lower both of the heels like that, but really all we're doing here is cleaning that off so that the block will get a good adhesion to this surface, and we're lowering this to get rid of some of the weight and transfer it onto the lateral claw.
Now that we've taken away all of the loose and overburdening hoof horn, we can see the true extent of her problems, and they really are extreme.
Look how nasty that is in there. So this is a white line lesion that started right up there, here on the inside or the axial wall. It's infected with dermatitis, and that's why it's so sore and bleeding. Let's get it cleaned up.
Trimming any hoof horn away from this part of a cow's foot would normally be an absolute no-no. This is a very, very fragile part of the hoof capsule, and if you go too far, it will cause her huge problems. But as you can see, she's already got huge problems, so we need to make sure we remove all of this loose and jagged hoof horn so that new, healthy hoof horn is able to form.
Unfortunately, I need to put my nozzle in here to widen this cavity enough to remove this part of the foot. So BoviBonding this block in place will elevate this sore claw off the ground, and it'll act like crutches so the cow doesn't have to do this with their front legs and try and hold the crutches, because no matter how often we ask them to, they never seem to get a grip of them properly and walk right. So we figure BoviBonding on blocks is the way forward. That is a sore one. So we'll just spray that with some oxytetracycline supplied by the farmer, which is a kind of antibiotic, and then we're going to coat it in salicylic acid and hope that that really helps to kill the dermatitis and cure this problem. This cow will go so much better from this short trim. And yes, the cleaning does help a very, very small amount. But for the greater good, I genuinely believe it's better not to wash all of the cow's feet because it takes so long. You see, I have to dry everything. The floor is absolutely soaking below me, and we're working with power tools all the time. And for some reason, people tend to think electricity and water don't mix. Who knew? And that's her done. But they're frightened to begin with, and then you give them a bit of a clap and they're fine. They love in behind their ears tickled. There's Stevie boy just chilling. Hello, big boy. Hello, big boy. Good boy. Go in your bed. Go in your bed. Go in your bed. Wish my kids were as obedient as that. And just like that, the next cow has an issue as well, and we're not going to wash this one at all and see what difference it makes or doesn't make.
I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
So this cow wasn't extremely lame when she came in, but she definitely was uncomfortable. And it looks like just that unevenness, that imbalance, the imperfections on the sole of her horn have been to blame. So a quick trim is going to tidy her right up and make her much more comfortable.
Even if I told you I could never let you go, I am not so sure you believe me. But if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're in.
You see, now it didn't make a whole lot of difference. Yes, the first foot had more issues, and it would have benefited the first foot a little more than it would have benefited the second one. But my main point is, for that second foot, there was no need whatsoever to wash it and hold her up even more than we would like to. We want to get her back with her friends as quickly as we possibly can. It is loud in here, by the way, today. Onward! And just like that, it's time to wash up, and we like to make sure that we both muck in. Fair enough, I'm maybe the boss or owner or whatever you want to call it, but I really like to make sure that we share the workload, and Craig isn't just the general car wash guy.
At the end of the day, everything's got to be spotless, it's all got to be a team effort. Are you team this? Look at this! I thought this was meant to be teamwork.
I was just do your job.
You're never this guy. I'll teach you, buddy.
What? Remember to subscribe.